Welcome to Vintage Weights PGH. My name is Rob, and I'm here at Rep Fitness, Carlisle, Pennsylvania showroom. If you want to purchase anything from Rep, go down to the link in my description. It'll help out the channel. I make a small commission on those purchases, but you pay the same price as always. Behind me, very popular product, just came out, Aries 2.0, but also from a Vintage Weights perspective, kind of nice they have the 1.0 right next to it. Let's start right here and take a look. I'm not gonna go deep into the weeds with these two versions of the Aries. Head over to Garage Gym Reviews if you wanna see a deep dive into the differences between the 1.0 and the 2.0 Aries. But when I walked in here, one thing that was apparent was just the difference in the weight stacks and how pronounced they were on the 1.0 versus the 2.0. One of the representatives here that was kind enough to walk through with me just a minute ago also pointed out something kind of nice, which is that on the 2.0, the trolleys are moved out to the edge, if you will, about an inch to the edge. That gives you just a little bit more room whenever you're doing, what is that, a chest? Yeah, crossover. Yeah, whenever you're doing a chest fly. To the left of the door as you walk in, now that I've kind of gotten over seeing the Aries 1.0 and 2.0, there's just this humongous aisle of their different racks and various attachments and things on them. So let's take a walk down the aisle and see what you can try out if you come here to the showroom. They've got everything from their trolley arms to a belt squat hooked up to these racks as you walk down the line. And of course, you've got half rack, full rack, different variations. Another thing that makes a stop here in Pennsylvania at the showroom worthwhile to me is to see the different color options for the uprights and for your rack, because my goodness, I toiled for way too many hours staring at a computer screen and looking at pictures to try to figure out what color I should get my rack in. And after all those hours, I have just a plain black rack. That is fine, it's okay, I like it, but it's kind of cool to see these colors in person and get a real sense of what's gonna be in your gym. Because when I look at these, I get kind of swayed that, like, man, this clear coat, it's standing out to me. I might have gone with clear coat. Or for example, this blue, it's not exactly the tone of my color scheme, and they don't do custom colors just yet, but they are looking to expand on the color palette of offerings. Now, as you make your way to the second aisle, if you will, here in their setup of their showroom, you go from the racks to the barbells and the benches. And I have been really excited to get here and take a look at these barbells that Rep has been releasing over the past year and a half. They really revamped their barbells. Gluck at Gluck's Gym has an excellent barbell review of their Black Diamond, double Black Diamond barbell, and some others. So check out Gluck. But just to give you a quick kind of rundown of their offerings and what you can see if you come here, let's take a look. So we have some Alpine bars for Olympic weightlifting. That's not really personally my style of lifting, but what I can say is that the knurling looks to be very well done. There's no sloppy edges as I look down the line. And something that I really like would be the end caps that are on their newer barbells. It's a small touch, but if I'm spending a couple $100 on a barbell, I like that kind of detail. This is one of the ones that I've been watching other videos on from Gluck, from Garage Gym Reviews, from various places, and really wanted to see. It's the double Black Diamond power bar. So there is a single Black Diamond power bar, and as you would guess, its knurling is a little more passive than this one. But the knurling on here, I wanted to really check out and get into my hands because it's a mountain knurling. And my Rogue Ohio power bar I have at home is a Volcano knurling. So I wanted to see the difference there in the feel of it. It also has, from what I can tell, a higher TPI, teeth per inch. So meaning that the mountains are a little smaller and closer together. And I definitely feel that. Even just the 3 seconds that I'm sitting here kind of manhandling this barbell, it has a little more of like a sticky feel to it than a straight, sharp, aggressive feel. And off the top of my head, I'm thinking that might also come into play when it comes to how chalk interacts with it. If I was going to chalk up and do some pulls, do some deadlifts with it. So this might be on my radar for something to take home. The other bar I wanted to check out was the Colorado bar. So the Colorado bar is their multi-purpose bar. It's about the same price as the double black diamond, so it's really up to you and the style of lifting you're doing and what you want to do, if you're more of a CrossFit athlete, that kind of thing, or if you just don't really have a strength pursuit just yet, you're just an all-around workout type of lifter, then this might be better for you. The knurling definitely is less aggressive. Another big difference that I've seen and that I can tell as I look at it is that it has composite bushings instead of bronze bushings. But one of the biggest differences would be the coating on this particular one. So if you take a look, this is Cerakote with a Duracoat on the sleeves. And even just on the showroom one, the Duracoat, the durability of the Duracoat is questionable at best because there's some wear and tear. Now we're in a showroom, it's been loaded up, I get it, but isn't that what you're gonna do in your home gym? So something just to keep in mind in terms of the coatings. At the end of the aisle, you may have even seen the weight plates behind me as I was talking about the different color options. Don't worry, I'm gonna get to the weight plates. I just, they're kind of my favorite. I love weight plates, so I'm saving them to last. Might even be a separate video, we'll see. So we'll get back to that, don't worry. But on the end of this aisle would be the array of benches that Rep has to offer. So Rep has their flat benches, they have their adjustable benches, they have their new Batwing bench that's down there that, I'll be honest, I'm not really sure what the difference is between the 5200. I mentioned Gluck before. Gluck is obsessed with benches. So if you want to see some in-depth bench reviews, head over to Gluck's gym. But for now, take a quick look at some of these. Batwing, nice. It's okay. My favorite superhero growing up was Batman. So, I just called it the Batwing. It's actually the Blackwing bench. So if you're going to shop and you're going to use my links in the description to help out the channel, don't go looking for a Batwing bench. Look for a Blackwing bench. So what's the difference? Well, if I'm just eyeballing it between the 5200 and the Blackwing has a longer seat. It still has the zero gap. The pad options as you go down the line are kind of cool to check out. The attachments as well are available that you can attach to the Blackwing. The Blackwing also allows for you to attach various attachments like a spotter platform or a leg roller attachment. Oh wait, I got to get belt fit in, yeah. One of the questions I got yesterday before coming here was from Lex Luchador on Instagram, great Instagram handle, asking about BeltFed products. Well, BeltFed partnered with Rep to do their BeltFed accessory strap, a Rep edition of it. But they also have a Rep edition of their belts and their belt loop, I'll call it. I don't know the official name. But this goes onto your belt so that you can do some weighted dips and other exercises of that kind. So it's pretty cool in my opinion, Rep Fitness partnering with a small company like BeltFed Strength. If you haven't checked out BeltFed Strength, please go there. They're the best. Shout out to Chris and Randy. A huge investment for your home gym would be a couple $1,000s for a full set of fixed dumbbells. And if I was gonna drop $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 for dumbbells, I'd kind of want to see them and feel them in person first, which is why this showroom is a great asset to home gym owners. If you stop by, you can pick up the rubber coated or the traditional, I'll call it, type of handle with the couple knurling lines and the ergonomic feel. Or my favorite, and what if I was going to buy one of these three, I would pick up the knurled handle from Rep. These knurled handles, I gotta be honest, I don't know why anyone would buy the kind of generic handle over these knurled handles from Rep that are fully knurled from one end to the other. The rubber handles are an oddity to me. I guess if you feel like the rubber coated handle helps your grip some or something, that would be good. Or if you're outdoors, maybe that's it. You're not gonna rust. You can have these in an outdoor gym. It gives me a little pause because rubber ages a lot quicker than metal. And you can always clean up some rust. But if this rubber breaks down and gets nasty, there's no cleaning it up. So I don't know if these are for me. If they're for you, so be it. So this is the Adonis. It's fresh back from Home Gym Con, so the feet are a little different than what it's going to be. Just want to mention that right off the bat. But just to give you kind of a feel for this piece of equipment, it is a substantial piece of equipment. I don't know if I could fit this in my gym. Maybe Nate could fit it into his. But something I like about it is that the branding is consistent. It's got the honeycomb from the equalizer plates here in the trolley, just like some of the other functional trainer items that they have, the Athena, the Aries. It's got the quick release trolley as well, similar to the Aries. And then the Pegasus is attached to it. So it is a nice looking piece of equipment. This is something at the showroom that I think is kind of cool when you walk through a showroom, is to see the possibilities of what you can do with some of the different equipment. So what they did here was they took an Athena functional trainer and then they put dumbbell storage in between it. So what that does is it gives you the ability to do those wider chest flies as opposed to the Aries, where you're kind of constrained to the width of the rack. Plus, if you have a full set of fixed dumbbells in your home gym, this might be a way that you want to add on a functional trainer by just putting it on either end, like bookending your dumbbell storage with the Athena. So it's the kind of thing that I think the showroom should keep doing and do more of. Rep just put out the Hyperion kind of model on their YouTube channel, and I asked a representative here, and he said that they're looking for space to set that up. The Hyperion is like a just humongous setup that they based off of things that they saw home gym owners posting online. So now we come around in terms of functional trainers to a standalone unit, the Arcadia that they have. Now this is the Arcadia, and then to its right is the Arcadia Max. And I asked the representative, I said, well, just eyeballing it, it looks humongous. Is that the difference? And he said, yeah, pretty much. He said if you were to take the Arcadia and then like enhance it by 125%, you would get the Arcadia Max. So it's just beefier, it's bigger, it can handle more weight, the weight stacks are heavier. I think it's kind of cool though that on the middle portion of the Arcadia, there's some storage for all your attachments. I mean, I have wall control all over my gym to try to take my attachments and things, cable attachments, and hang them up. So to have that integrated shows some attention to what a gym owner would enjoy on the part of Rep Fitness. And then I can't ignore that this beautiful belt-fed strength, belt-fed accessory strap. So they've got these over here with both the Arcadia and the Arcadia Max for people to try out, which I think is pretty cool. In terms of strength history, if you keep going down the line, you find the FT5000. And the FT5000, in addition to sounding like one of the Terminator like robots, you can just tell it's old. It looks old. So it's still available for sale, kind of like the Aries 1.0 is still available until they sell out of them at a discounted rate. And the representative here assured me that they're going to hang on to some parts even after they sell out of them. That way, if you do buy them, or if you do already own them and you need a part or something like that, they can help you out. So the life of your Aries 1.0 or your FT5000 will still be a reasonable length of time and investment. However, when I look at it, it just doesn't look like the rest of Rep Fitness equipment. You know, the color scheme is different, the piping here is different, it has laser numbers on it instead of laser cut numbers. It has laser etched numbers. It's thinner, everything about it. It even has these crappy handles that Coop made fun of. So I gotta say, Coop, I see what you're talking about. This is like something I imagine finding at like the dollar store. It's, you know how you see that workout equipment at like Walmart? This is kind of the thing I would imagine seeing next to like the cheap kettlebells at Walmart. So it's kind of cool to just see the evolution, to see the FT5000 and then the Arcadia and Arcadia Max. So we talked a little bit about barbells, and I kind of skipped over to specialty bars. And to be honest, I'm equally invested and interested in the specialty bar because I think everybody in the home gym space has noticed that Rep has really been innovating and putting out some high quality stuff the past 1.5 to 2 years, including this safety squat bar. I can summarize the main points of this safety squat bar that make me want to buy it pretty quickly. Here we go. Knurled handles. Oh my gosh. The cheap plastic handles on my Titan safety squat bar and my Elite FTS yoke annoyed me to no end. These knurled handles, right away I'm like, buy it. It's amazing. The hard chrome sleeves. I cannot stand scraping clear coat or scraping powder coat off of barbells just in general. It drives me nuts. So having hard chrome sleeves, love it. And then, last but not least, the padding. You know, it's that nice Goldilocks kind of not too firm, not too soft. So even without using it too much, I can tell that this would be a pretty good purchase. I don't have a safety squat bar right now, so in addition to the double black diamond, I might need to pick this up. At Home Gym Con 2024, the Grip Strength Championship was a success thanks to all the sponsors like Rep and the athletes that came out and gave it their all. And Rep was nice enough to donate one of these open trap bars to the competition. What we did was that we mandated that the competitors had to spin the variable handles to the thickest one, which is just under 2 inches. It's like 1.9 and change, so we can call it 2 inches. In any case, I think it's really cool to have those different handles, especially as someone who likes grip strength. I also like that I'm able to just pull it up to add on weight. It's got a center knurl right here, which you can use for a lot of different things, but just in the action I just did, it was nice to grab that center knurl. You can also use that center knurl by putting it on your back and doing some weird squat variations. So it's a pretty cool piece of equipment. Similar to what I said with the hard chrome sleeves. Oh my gosh, I love that I see chrome sleeves on this. Rep has really, you know, latched onto that because their multi-grip bar also has those hard chrome sleeves. All right, so the multi-grip bar. First impression is this thing's heavy. I gotta look up how much it weighs. I don't think this is 45 pounds. I think it's more than 45 pounds, but I can see why. I mean, this is sturdy construction. You've got the hard chrome sleeves. Looks like they're bolted on, so that probably saves a little bit of money on shipping for Rep at least, since it's free shipping on everything to the consumer. So as that cost is kind of baked in, maybe that helps us out. And then, you know, the knurling, if you want to call it on here, that's one thing I'd like to see is better knurling, because just by the first impression, it's kind of that generic knurling, like, you know, an old school York barbell. If you've ever had a split sleeve barbell, 1980s York barbell knurling, that just is there sorta, but not really. As you can see, it's got the eye bolt so they can use it as a cable attachment. That'd be a pretty wide cable attachment. I'd be tearing down my gym. I have a small gym. I can't be hooking this thing up. So if I was gonna do a cable attachment with this, I gotta be honest, I would program it for like an entire training, 4 to 6 week training block, and I would take the sleeves off because they're just bolted on here. So it wouldn't really be that big of a deal. So there you go. My 1 minute spent with this, you got yourself a little gym hack. Take the sleeves off before you destroy your gym trying to do pull downs with this thing. All right, what do we miss? There is this crazy yoke. At first glance, you might not even be able to tell what the heck this thing is, but it is a yoke for strongman carries, if you will, style carries. And this Oxalis yoke, the reason I say you might not tell what it is that it's like the transformer of yokes. It's got so many extra things going on, and they have all the attachments on here. So I kind of wish here at the showroom they had like 3 of these. It would take up space, or even just 2 of these. That way you could kind of space them out, but I'll try to walk through them. So here's the main bar for the yoke. So you can get underneath on the main bar. But then you also, similar to the trap bar, have the handles. So while you're out there, if you want to do farmer carries or just do some deadlifts, you can do that. Up above, you've got the pull-up bar. Down below, you've got two sled style ends. So, you know, if you're really tearing up the backyard, don't worry, you've got these little sleds on it. And then of course, back here, this isn't like a battering ram. You know, you can run around and plow through things with this. This is for doing pushes and doing sled style pushes with it. But this would be one heck of a sled. I mean, I'm not a strongman competitor. Maybe this is what they push around, but you can do it with this. I know a couple people that have this. Matt Pendergraph, I believe, has it. Deadliest Lift, my man Mark, Deadliest Lift, has a yoke, but he's probably like spinning plates on a stick while he stands upside down and lifts 1,000 pounds. But check out Mark if you want to see one of these rep yokes in action. I can already tell. There you go. Thanks so much for watching. I've gone on long enough, so I'm gonna save my favorite, the weight plates, for another video. Just smash that like button, make sure you subscribe, drop a comment, let me know what you think of the showroom here in Carlisle, Pennsylvania for Rep Fitness. Thanks so much for watching.